Renewable energy has turned Spain into one of Europe's cheapest electricity markets. The narrative, and we've seen it many times from the media, is that renewables make grids more expensive, but actually that's not true. They're doing the opposite. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. Spain's rapid deployment of wind and solar energy has slashed the influence of expensive gas and coal power plants on electricity prices by 75% since 2019, according to new analysis by research group Ember. The progressplaybook.com says that as a result, the country is now one of the cheapest electricity markets in Europe. Spain has broken the ruinous link between power prices and volatile fossil fuels, something its European neighbours are desperate to do, says Chris Roslow, senior energy analyst at Ember. Spain has reduced the influence of fossil fuels faster than in other gas-reliant countries like Germany and Italy, which saw just a 12% and 13% drop, respectively, in the hours when the electricity price was tied to gas power costs. In European and many other power markets, the most expensive generator operating, typically gas or coal, sets the hourly wholesale electricity price. As the share of cheaper renewables grows, fossil fuels are determining the price less and less often. Analysis found that fossil fuel generators influenced Spain's electricity price in just 19% of hours in the first half of 2025. This is the lowest share among the 5 European countries with the largest gas fleets. And as a result, Spain's wholesale electricity price was 32% lower than the European average. And that is a massive shift since 2019. When Spain had some of Europe's most expensive electricity, with fossil fuel generators setting the price in 75% of hours in the first half of that same year. The turnaround has been driven by a surge in renewable energy output, says the Progress Playbook. Wind and solar met almost half of Spain's electricity demand in the first half of 2025. In fact, it was 46%. Up from 27% in the same period in 2019. By contrast, fossil fuel generation accounted for just 20% of electricity demand in Spain, much lower than in Germany at 41% and Italy at 43%. And that difference is making a difference to the cost of power. Despite Spain's progress, though, in decoupling power prices from gas, Ember warns that an increase in reliance on gas power for grid stabilization during the Iberian blackout in April 2025 was costly, highlighting the need for investment in clean flexibility solutions such as batteries and interconnections. The use of gas for grid services doubled in May 2025 compared to the same period last year and was responsible for 57% of the final electricity price that month, up from 14% the previous year. As a result, curtailment of renewables has tripled since the blackout, from 1.8% in the last 2 years to 7.2% during May to July 2025. Spain risks sliding back into costly gas reliance amid post-blackout fears, continued Dr. Roslow. Boosting grids and batteries will help Spain break free from fossil fuel dependency for good. The Iberian blackout was likely caused by a cascading series of power plant disconnections and unusual voltage surges, according to preliminary investigations. Now, the truth is, no one really knows exactly what happened during Spain's blackout, but it certainly wasn't caused by renewables. The truth is, renewables are helping to stabilize Spain's grid, and they're also helping to provide cheaper electricity in the country as well. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. The Sydney EV International Motor Show. If you want to get a 50% discount on your tickets, all you got to do, click the link in the description and use the promotion code that's in the description. Just copy and paste that. Now, I should mention there's only 200 tickets available per day. So if you go to use the promo code and you can't get a ticket, wait till the next day. Don't wait until the day before the show to get your tickets, because otherwise you'll probably miss out on getting the 50% discount. This week and last week, California, Texas, and Australia hit staggering new records in renewable energy production. These numbers will be destroyed again. By the time you watch this video, they could have been broken again. What this is doing, it is getting rid of peaker plants. Peaker plants which turn on, burn gas or sometimes coal and pollute the atmosphere and are really expensive. They cost you a lot of money. You get home from work, it's 5 p.m., 6 p.m., electricity price spikes almost every day. That is changing in a big way. Wind and battery outputs have been smashed. New records for renewable energy have been hit in Australia. This is only the beginning. Here are the numbers behind the staggering surge in renewable energy in Australia. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to have you with us. I said around 6 months ago that there would be a 5,000% increase in batteries installed in Australia in the next 2 years. We're only seeing the beginnings of this. So these numbers I'm about to present to you, they will be annihilated over the next 12 months. Output from wind and battery storage projects on Australia's main grid smashed previous records over the past few days, says reneweconomy.com.au, as a host of new projects propelled the technologies towards key milestones. Wind output hit a new record of 9,750 megawatts late on Thursday. Guys, it hasn't been windy here at all where I live in Australia for the last week, so I'm surprised to see this. A few hours later, at 3:30 a.m. on Friday, there was a new record instantaneous share of 42.2%. So during the nighttime, wind hit a record of 42.2% of Australia's electricity production. That's crazy. The technology will break through the 10,000 megawatt milestone soon, apparently, particularly with a number of new projects, including the country's biggest at Golden Plains and McIntyre, South Australia's biggest at Goyder South, and the new Clark Creek project in Queensland being commissioned very, very soon. So these numbers are going to be just annihilated before the end of the year. The rapid rollout of battery storage, though, both in the number and size of projects, says Renew Economy, is causing charge and discharge records to fall, well, basically almost every week. It's crazy. On Saturday, the record discharge for big battery storage took another big leap towards the 2 gigawatt mark, with 1,982 megawatts posted at 5:30 p.m. That's right when we need it.